Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can see, I'm going to be creating this makeup look here. I am obsessed with this makeup look. I think it is absolutely perfect for this time of year. It's autumn, it's Halloweeny, it's spicy, you know, like pumpkin spice. I love it. Before we get into the tutorial, I just want to mention that I'm going to be taking a Caucasian. A Caucasian? I'm a Caucasian. I'm going to be taking a concoction of palettes to recreate this makeup look. Obviously you will see the palettes that I did use, but I also kind of forgot to mention it that the only palette that you need if you want to recreate this look is this one from Beauty Bay, and it's the Fiery 2.0 palette. Even though I took a concoction, you will be able to recreate this makeup look with that one wee palette there. So yeah, God. But anyway guys, if you want to stay around, have a wee chit chat with me and see how I got this makeup look, then just keep watching. So I'm really confused on what palette I want to use. So I have here the Beauty Bay 42 colour Fiery palette, because as you can see it obviously has a couple of orange tones in here. Then I have the Carnival palette, the Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette, because we obviously have a couple of orange shades in here. And then we have dark browns and stuff. So I think I might actually just use this palette here. Sure, why not? Because it has a couple of orange shades. But I'll also link this palette down below as well as this one. Obviously, this is from Be Perfect Cosmetics. If you want to use my discount code, it's EXF20 for 20% off the entire website on Be Perfect Cosmetics and this palette. Feel free to. First up, I'm going to take Yeah, I'm going to take this shade here. So I'm just going to start packing this on quite tight to that lash line, but also packing on in the shape of just like a wing. And then just extend that out the tiniest wee bit. I just cleaned off that wee brush there, and I'm just going to pat at this just to blur those lines. Yes, no. I honestly feel like a broken record in my tutorials, I swear to God. And then I'm also just going to blend this into the inner corner. Just kind of stopping at the lash line. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Mango. And I'm just going to be applying this 50-50. So what I mean by that is half on my lid where I have no shadow, and then half on where I've built up the brown shade. I love these types of makeup looks, but they're so time consuming. There's just so much packing on and blending. Also packing this on in that exact same shape. And then just cleaning off that brush and just going in and patting at this just to diffuse that line again, because we're going to go in with another lighter shade now. And of course, don't worry about losing the intensity of the first brown shade that we applied, because we'll obviously go back in to re-intensify that. I'm going to go into this shade here. Do you know what? My makeup looks always seem to look worse before they look better. So this shade here is going to be our last shade. As you can see, it's a nice yellow toned orange. So because it is our last shade, I'm not going to be too precise with it. And I'm also trying to like keep that shape, by the way. God, this looks very like 70s colours, doesn't it? Or is it just me? It's probably just me. I'm now going to go back through those shades to obviously re-intensify them. So first up, going back into that orange. I'm just going to pat that on and just build up that intensity. And keeping your previous brushes, so you can just give a quick wee blend through everything. I don't actually know if I'm happy with how intense that brown shade is coming off. So I'm going to take the Beauty Bay palette and take just a brown shade from this. Then just going in with my previous brush. See, this is what I mean. You are constantly like building up the pigment and the intensity, and then blending it, and then building it up and blending and building it up and blending. Because as you build up and blend, it kind of like dusts away. So you just have to like really take your time and build that up. So as I was saying, I'm going to take this BB palette for my shimmers. So we have this orange shimmer here, and then we have this orangey shimmer here. I'm not too sure how it's coming off on camera, but in person it looks kind of as if there's a wee bit of like a pink reflect off it. It's orange with like a duochrome pink through it. So I'm kind of scared to use that in case it genuinely does come off pink on the eyes. I also lifted the Lorac Pro, the Artistry book, chapter 2, because there is this shade up here. Yeah, so it obviously looks white in the pan, but it's kind of, oh, how do I describe this? It's like holographic, but not holographic. Basically, it's like an orangey copper reflect to it. You can kind of see it like the tiniest wee bit. So yeah, we're using that. But really want to use one of these other shimmers. So I think I'm just going to take the Pale shade from the Beauty Bay palette, just to kind of start us off and see where we can go from there. So I'm just going to zoom these in a wee bit. And please do excuse, I'm not too sure if you have noticed or not, my big stupid nose ring. Oh, it looks so daft. Like, it doesn't look too bad from a distance, but please excuse that. I was taking my makeup off the other night at the sink, and the wee cloth that I used to take my makeup off just completely ripped, well, it caught my other nose tip and just completely ripped it off, and I had the water running. I know I shouldn't be doing that, but I had the water running anyway, and obviously the water just took my nose ring down the sink, and I have no other nose rings. So this is a septum ring. So I'm just going to use my finger just to apply this wee shimmer shade. So I just went and found this wee palette here from XX Revolution, and I'm going to take this shade here. This shade fell out, by the way, whenever I dropped it, and it just broke. So yeah, I'm going to take this shade here. It's a nice wee subtle orange shimmer. Just see if it does anything. So for primer, I'm going to be taking the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Ugh. Shimmer all over my fingers. So I'm just going to take a couple of dollops of this. For foundation, I'm taking the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc. I do apologise, I know that triggers a lot of people, me putting foundation over my lips. I am sorry. So basically, the reason I put foundation over my lips is because I just like to block out the colour of my lips. This doesn't mean that I'm unhappy with the colour of my lips. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the colour of my lips. I just like to block out the colour of my lips. I like to work off a complete blank canvas on my face completely. So, and I also find that whenever I have foundation on my lips, I feel like it honestly prolongs the longevity of my lip products. Now, this is just my opinion and my experience. I can only speak for myself. For concealer, I'm going to take a wee bit of the Tarte Shape Tape. And then for my cream bronzer, I'm going to be taking this wee one from Technic, their wee bronzing base. So the other night, me and Coty started watching Squid Game. It took us 2 nights to finish it. Talk about binge watching a series. Oh my god. Do you know what? It was actually really, really good. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I thought, but it was just like one of those things that I just wanted to go and watch because everybody's talking about it, like Twitter and everything. And do you know what? It actually wasn't that bad. So have any of you guys watched it, and what did you think of it? It was weird at the start, and then the ending was shit. The ending, oh my god, I spent most of the last episode on my phone actually, because I was like, yawn. But no, see, at the start, it was good. It was good at the start. I think for Halloween there are going to be so many people dressing up as them people. Like, you're followed with a black mask, and then like the square, triangle, circle masks. I have a feeling that there's so many people going to be dressing up as that for Halloween. I'm just going to go and set my skin now with the Coty Airspun powder. So I was so close to putting fake tan on last night, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Which I'm sure some of you will be so proud, but no, not going to do it. But I will have fake tan on next week. Not too sure what day I'm going to do it though, because Kyle's birthday is next week. His birthday's on Friday the 22nd, and we're going out for dinner and stuff, and then we're going out over the weekend and everything, the Saturday and the Sunday, so I'm obviously going to have tan on. I'm going to take these two highlighters from Beauty Bay. One's called Beam and Flash. I just like to mix both of them. Why is my face so much darker than my body already? That's me cream bronzing. What am I doing? Why am I putting more highlighter on? Stop with the freaking highlighter, Emma. Okay, I was just putting a wee bit in my nose, but for some reason I decided to put it on my face. I was just using the Colourpop Flexitarian. Do you know what it is? I feel like recently I've been bringing this up a lot in my tutorials. Like the fact that I'm like so unhappy with like how I'm not tanning at the minute and stuff and whatnot. But it's just, I'm just trying to like be happy in my own skin, and like I am happy in my own skin. I'm happy with everything about myself. You maybe could say I have like body dysmorphia whenever it comes to the colour of my skin. Like I love tan. I just love myself whenever I have a bit of tan. And you obviously see my tan. Like I don't darken, or I don't wear tan to like make myself really, really dark, but I just like a wee bit of bronze to my skin. Or like a wee bit of colour, but this is just like deceased. Not that there's anything wrong with it, this is just me and my problems and my struggles, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I think what makes it harder is doing makeup tutorials. Whenever you're doing makeup tutorials online, and whenever you are online, or just whenever you put your life or anything online, you're criticised for everything, and like you just have, you know, like a magnifying glass on everything you do, and you know, like God forbid if your eyebrows aren't plucked, or you have facial hair, God forbid you know, like your makeup or your face doesn't match your neck or the rest of your body, or you know, like God forbid. Oh, by the way, I'm using the XX Revolution Retro Bronzer Blush, sorry, because I thought that the orange would kind of tie in quite nice with the eyes. And I genuinely do, and you know, and you have seen me struggle for the past couple of tutorials, how difficult it can be for me to actually like try to match my foundations to my skin tone. Like I did bring this up in I think a couple of previous tutorials, that there are so many brands out there that just care for the middleman, but I kind of find that the other ends of the spectrum are kind of left out. Like the extremely dark skin tones are left out, whereas the extremely pale skin tones are just left out. And it is difficult to kind of find foundations, highlighters, bronzers for pale skin, but not only dark skin as well. You know, like there's so many bronzers that won't be dark enough, there's so many bronzers that won't be light enough, you know what I mean? And then like undertones and everything whenever it comes to highlighters. I'm so glad and I'm so behind bringing awareness to the fact that there isn't a lot of brands that cater for darker skin tones, and I feel like that is something that should always be talked about and brands and everybody should be aware of. But I kind of feel like we can't leave the pale people out. Oh, by the way, I'm taking the Fenty bronzer, by the way. Before I move on to finishing off the eyes, I'm going to do my lips. So I was sent these new products in PR from Be Perfect Cosmetics the other day, and they're Miss Glam, these new lip products. So it came with lip liners, lipsticks and lip glosses. I just shoved the lip glosses in a giveaway because I hate lip gloss. So I'm going to take either Rose Kiss or Peach Kiss lip liner. We'll go for Peach Kiss. So this is the packaging, by the way. It's quite nice actually, it's pretty cute. I have these two lipsticks here. I have Peachy Queen? Yeah, Peachy Queen and Regal Rose. Nope. That's actually a really, really nice colour actually. Really nice for every day. Oh, oh! Oh no. I can't tell if that smells nice or not. And this is Peachy Queen. But we'll try it anyway. Okay, that's quite cute. It's got like wee... Focus please, thank you. It's got like wee kisses around the bullet. Oh, they're nice. Mmm. There is a taste of these lipsticks and they taste how they smell, if that makes any sense. I quite like that formula, not too sure on that colour. Okay, so I'm going to go back into this wee XX Revolution palette, and do you know what? I'm really getting a wee bit frustrated at this point, so I'm just going to go ham on this shade here. It's actually a really nice shade as well actually, but I just wanted to like, come on! I'm going to be taking the Lorac Pro, the Artistry Book Chapter 2. I'm taking this shade up here. This palette is so big. This one up here, this wee pressed glitter. I'm first of all going to be taking it just on this wee brush. Okay, I'm just going to use my finger. Oh, it's so pretty. See what I mean now? It has like an orange reflect to it. So as you know, I love a pressed glitter. You know that by this point, and this is why. A pressed glitter will just take your look from 0 to 100 so easily. Like you can see the difference. Like I love it. I love a pressed glitter so much, and this palette is full of them. Like see all these pressed glitters. No matter how many looks you create or whatever looks you create. Don't be scared to bring it right up to that brow bone. Okay, my lovelies, so that is lashes on. I just put a wee bit of mascara on them and just on my lower lash line, just at the outer corner. I absolutely love it, especially for this time of year. This look is so Halloweeny. I feel like a glamorous pumpkin. I love it. And I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial as well. Thank you so much for watching. All the products, as per usual guys, will be listed and linked down below in the description box along with my Instagram, so don't forget to go and follow me on there. And this honestly feels like such a waste because I'm going to go downstairs now and have lunch. I'm going to hop in the shower and take all this makeup off within the next half hour. YouTube life. This happens all the time. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.